Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Darkest Dungeon. Now, about 19 hours ago I had to break off a session rather abruptly, and it's been a hell of a day. Looking forward to leaping back into the Warrens and continuing the rest of week 10. I know it says week 11 there, so that's interesting. I think it does the weeks in advance, I'm not sure, but anyway, let's get in there. What a day. Oh dear. But at least I get to play again now, finally. And then I'm going to have a hell of a time tomorrow. But hey, you know, I've got a lot. So I'll just click this to have something a little more interesting.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
I uploaded about 3/4 of episode 10, episode 7, and then my computer crashed and lost the upload. It corrupted, had to scrap it and do the whole thing again. So it's at 16% now. Isn't that nice? Yeah. So that's going to take all night now. It's like 2 in the morning now. I'll probably be done about 8 or 9 in the morning if I'm lucky. Life is not being very nice to me at the moment. Oh well.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Better just put a brave face on it and hope
Such
things get
blockages
better
are
in the end.
unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Look, they paid Wayne June for his voice acting. The least they can do is get their money's worth, right? They're like, you know what, these lines are good, damn it. We're going to play them at you constantly. Uh-oh. Okay then. So yeah, as you noticed last time, as I was getting pressured to abruptly end the session, my commentary was falling off rather. Let's see if we can tone it up a little for the next few encounters. So obviously the Wretch and the Madman are the greatest threats to our sanity here, and we are pretty stressed out. The Slasher can deal high amounts of damage and lots of bleeding attacks. The Chopper can deal bleeding attacks and stun, but the Slasher will move progressively further back, rendering these targets more vulnerable. Now, let's start by doing this, because we can double guard this, damn it. And we got surprise.
Quickens.
Oh, that's it, surprise, double guard then.
Inspiration and improvement.
Let's make a start on wearing these down. Let them suffer vicious lacerations of the flesh. And they'll rue the day they crossed our path, looking to see the ire glinting in our eyes as we stare them down. And they stand there, trembling and afraid, unexpecting the double guard strategy denied. Well, mace time. Wait, that is command. That is not bolster. That's not good. That's not a kill. Ooh.
A time to perform beyond one's limits. Unnerved, unbalanced.
Okay. Oh, of course. How delightful. Right. Just wonderful.
Self-preservation is paramount, at any cost.
would it not be pleasant to actually have a bit of good fortune to balance it all out now? Come on, game. Be nice to me, please. This is cruel. Yes, lady, and you only just realised it. Your eggs are all in one basket because that is... Oh, no damage, that's alright then. But yeah, the chopper's gonna... Oh, come on! No! Yeah, I understand, woman, but counting is great. Mathematics is wonderful. Right. You need to be guarded.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Bet she doesn't even have get down prepared. So, let's see. He can do that. She does not have get down. Okay. Oh wait, I needed to know all places. Right. Let's make it a little harder for them to assail us with a savage sortie of assaults. This is harsh. This is brutal. But all is not yet lost. Let's try and prevent you from doing that again. Only 70%, it could happen.
Destroyed.
Absolutely obliterated him. That's grand. That's probably the only bit of luck I was asking for. Right, let's move you back, love. You're not moving... Oh, this is... Okay... See, this is where the double guard goes all kinds of horribly wrong, and indeed extremely wrong, because they refuse to do it.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
It's because he's guarding him. Alright, 12, 6, okay. That's not what I wanted, is it? You're on death's door, you're... I swear, pulling through by the skin of our teeth. Right. Let's set up a riposte there. And hope that maybe... just maybe... we may have to abandon this run. I don't think we can afford to abandon this run, but we may have to abandon this run. It's just really, 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 really horrid. But then I knew that going into this one. Okay, sweetheart, could you please just back up? And that is lovely.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
So the great thing about the Flagellant is that if he gets off Death's Door, he loses the Death's Door debuff, because in his case, it's a buff. Alright.
The will to fight falters.
So the goal now is to do this correctly and have him guard the Jester, who is not a leper. My tongue was going to run away with itself there. And she can suffer an attack there, which fortunately misses. Okay, maybe we can turn this around. This is a lot of stress. Just saying. Might want to try and fix it. In fact, he's probably on stress fixing duties for the next 3 or 4 fights, if not the rest of the mission entirely. Uh-oh. Oh! You were supposed to get him to guard you. How is he supposed to guard you if you don't inspire him to greatness? Uh-oh. Please just let me have control of him. Lovely! There we go.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Keep crushing this one down with retribution. Now, even our Flagellant will need to have some stress removed soon, and there we go. Just when it was starting to go well. Quite. Alright, lot of stress. Masochistic, selfish, rapturous, irrational. Okay, irrational could be the most likely to. I'm really tempted, but nope, no. If this works this round, we can, and we get all the guards up, we can start. Oh, and the guards don't get stunned as well. That's rather important. In that case, let's get some healing done.
Weakened.
Okay. There's an 18, 12. Yeah, this round too. Well, she's determined to remain very stressed, and that is a lot of blood. That's really a... Oh my goodness, that was very close. I think we know who he'll be guarding in the near future. Oh, Festiva Jester, what did you ever do to deserve this? Okay.
Really?
Okay, that's it. That's really bad. Whew. Just in case you live, mate. Just in case you live. There we go. Does it affect dodge? It does not affect dodge. That's a relief. Oh, you flaming idiot!
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And then he's probably going to go next before... Oh no! No, we stand a chance. Oh, you gotta be kidding. It's okay though, he didn't attack the Jester. Life carries on, somehow. I don't know how much blood that... That's 2, 1... Oh, that is really bad. Okay... Let's knife him a little bit.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Oh, he's a very melancholy Jester, isn't he? No, he's...
Survival is a tenuous proposition.
That's it. We're leaving.
In this sprawling tomb.
And of course they'll all refuse to leave and die because they are fools. We'd better get a Twilight Knight for this. Come on. Come on, back up.
The sin is not in being outmatched,
This
but in
meager
failing to
haul
recognize it.
probably wasn't worth the passing of Festiva Jester. That's our first death this campaign. And the thing is, sometimes death is unavoidable. Death comes for us all, and when he comes, we'd better be ready. Still blooming disappointing, though. I was doing quite well. Here we go. They're all going to get really stressed out now. Get negative
Do not
quirks,
ruminate
and
on
even
this
worse.
fleeting failure. The campaign is long, and victory will come.
You know, that was so disgustingly, depressingly short. I think I'll just launch straight into the next week in the same video. I would say unbelievable, but it's not unbelievable. It's blatantly believable. This rubbish happens all the time. But not so much to me, and not so much badly. It's just terrible life. And of course, no other town events are allowed to happen or permitted. I wonder if this actually overrides all the other town events completely. Huh. Because that appears to be a distinct possibility. We still have a district we can build if we ever get massive amount of supplies. I mean, the most affordable ones would actually be the performance hall for our dead Jester who's dead and no longer with us, or possibly the granary, to be honest. Oh, okay, so welcome to week 11 of the Brexit estate. Poor Festiva Jester has sadly shuffled off into the wings, muttering something about getting murdered by monsters. No Twilight Knight. I swear. It's gone and bloody turned on deck-based Stagecoach again, hasn't it? Options no, it hasn't. It's actually remembered to leave it turned off for once. That's a relief. Now, in terms of replacement heroes, we could have another Flagellant. It's going to be another Vestal Virgin, isn't it? We could really do it for healer. And we have two... Marriage? Isn't it 1R in marriage? It's mariage. Weird. So Marshman... There's so many French... Yeah, she's somewhat challenged, unfortunately. This is not a Sister of Battle, honest. It's not a Sister of Sigmar. It's just one of the many community reskins. And you know what? It's not too shabby. I suppose I should look at my next quests and then... Lovell? Really? Okay. I mean, Beast Slayer's not bad. Mankind Hater is okay. Dacnomania is not great. Bloodthirsty can lead to problems further down the road. And you, on the other hand, nothing too special either. And we still have this to deal with. Alright, let's look at this, because it's pretty terrible already. So for this we're going to want something like Estella, who has a lot of stress. And you know what, losing that Jester is going to really hurt us. Okay, masochistic. Okay, armor, tinker and tough. I think Venga Felgren's going to get sent out again this week. Warren's is the portraits and portraits for the Cove as well. Well, okay, let's see what we can build. For the Cove, we'll have a... Okay. And you are irrational, which is just horrific. So basically, we need another support character. Some kind of stress reliever. It's gonna be a priestess, isn't it? Alright. So, Torn Rotator is bad. Enlightened is okay, it's manageable. The yips, oh, stuff it. Wait, do we have them? Wait. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. 18. Let's go on to... so these three I'll probably remove at some point. There's four I'll probably remove. We'll get back to these. Let's have a nice... This nice lass. Yeah. And we shall call her... Because... You know, faith and culture shouldn't be dominated by skin tone. She's allowed to be a brown-skinned Vestal Virgin of the Temple. I've thought of a name for her, but I really shouldn't call her that. That would just be very, very bad. And I shall not call her Sharia. Although it does sound quite nice and kind of, it has that priestly sound to it, but I won't, because we don't want to get too political here. We're in danger of that already. So let's call her Shamara. There we go.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
And then hopefully that Twilight Knight will be coming. So we're trying to get 11 more deeds and a few crests. Deeds and crests of a focus. We're going to the deeds going to be, where are deeds again? It's busts, deeds, portraits, or is it portraits, deeds, and then crests over Cove? Tricky. Well, let's get Shamara in place. I'm sure she'll be a wonderful support healer. Actually, yeah, that's a cove party, isn't it, looking at it? Apart from... No, she's only got 1 bleed skill, that's okay. But let's invest in this a little bit, because things are getting pretty dire. Okay, let's get her some slightly better garments. A nice little colour background change there. I like that. And indeed, Hakim could do with some slightly less tattered robes. Right. Let's get sensible here. Unquiet mind, so nothing too bad. Okay, we'll just send her to the pub. She can absorb the local culture, food, drink. And even spread some of her own cooking tips with the hotel staff. Well, the inn staff. It's not even an inn, it's more of a tavern, a taverna, or a drinking house even. Do we... Okay, we have Warrior Light locked in. Thinking about hard skin. Can't afford to lock in any traits right now, but can probably afford to remove something nasty. Phantophobia and Dacnomania are both bad. Oh really? He's a known cheat. That just needs to be fixed right now. Ah, actually. Yeah, 5 crests. That is 13 by the look of it. It's hard to see with the red. It blends in a bit with the page there. And 10. Well, we're going to the cove for now, so not upgrading that just yet. Alright, short cove run. I really need to adjust these numbers for... Nope, there's an occultist and no plague doctor. This is a very reasonable thing to do. I need to adjust the supply numbers for the slightly larger dungeon sizes that we now have. Let's keep that. I would put that just in case there's a secret room, but generally you do that with an occultist and say, okay, let's just get lucky. Right. To the cove then, let's try and forget the horrific experience that some of our heroes just went through. Because it was very, very shocking and disappointing. This is a short run, so it should be able to...
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
Absorb the pelagic nightmares. The pelagic atmosphere. I wonder what pelagic is. I think it's to do with archipelago, so that's more like islands than actual water. Unless the pelago is the water between the islands. Interesting. Might have to look into that. Or just ask someone who's Greek.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Ooh, that is rough. Okay, people. Just checking. Yep, he does have Defender ready. Oh, ooh, nasty. Very well, tentacles from the abyss to plague those in the back. They shall not escape our ire. That's ire twice in the same episode. That's impressive. The dragon's ire, more fierce than fire, laid low our halls and hearths of stone. Yeah, they missed out that part from the Hobbit movie, didn't they? There's some great poetry in that song.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Alright. Guard the vulnerable priestess.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Mr. Fulgrin, Shamara requires your protection. For about a dozen rounds. It's alright, the monsters are allowed to hit back. We are totally fine with this. Okay, so this is going to go a bit slow because we got 2 potential guards here and basically he's going to be invulnerable for a very long time. Great! Dry throat now, wonderful. Oh. Yeah. Obviously I could pull him towards the front, but this would push the pelagic grouper towards the back and he would then be able to use spear fishing to completely murder our back rankers, and we don't want that. However, there is damage here that can be
Compassion
worked
is a
on.
rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm quite a compassionate fellow. In theory, maybe. Just a little bit, you know. All the counterattacks! All the counterattacks! Crush these fools! And heal the man-at-arms. Want to start to round 3. Hit them back! That's actually a reference to something, never mind. Because that's just the front one, yeah. We just need to keep staying alive. And not sing the song because the jester has passed away, so he's unable to sing it, and that was a perfect mistake which we are about to capitalise on. Oh, thank you very much, monsters, for leaving this creature vulnerable. Apparently not as vulnerable as he seemed. Let's just... there we go.
A faint hope blossoms.
And because the corpse remains, we can use tentacles. Against tentacles, look at all those tentacles there. It's just going to be a writhing mass of twisted, knotty mess. We need to kind of try and move this one along now because they'll start getting stressed if this draws on for too long. Our soldier is now bleeding, but rather him than anyone else. It's his job, his duty, and he may bleed even more in a moment. Or not. Uh, 160, not worth a bleed attack. Okay. You know what? She's getting frustrated at all of this defensive combat. She's going to use her angry skill in a moment. Speaking of skills, defense is paramount at this point.
Inspiration and improvement.
And I believe he just invited some tentacles to the front rank by being guarded once more. Let's heal through the bleed to offset it. It's only 2 for 2, and we just put 4 there. That's practically healed the whole lot. And I said she was going to get angry, didn't I? Because he should be
Quickens.
making that riposte attack this turn. So, bit of a nice cycle, you know, working through, getting skills in rotation. You know, this would all be so much nicer if that jester hadn't got slain, murdered, perished. We all mourn him. He has tarnished our perfect record of no hero deaths. I mean, you know, week 14 without any hero deaths is quite achievable, so week 10? That just feels bad. I feel like I messed up somehow, and I probably did. No, I shouldn't blame the fact that life tore me away from the game for an inordinate amount of time. Then I came back to it. You know, I just wasn't in the zone. I wasn't feeling it. But hey, I want to get this session out, and you know what? Judgment.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Overconfidence would be using a shovel to pry open this giant oyster when we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corridors that could have rubble blocking them, and rubble blocking corridors is more frequent in the Weald and the Cove than anywhere else, so I'm just going to hold on to that for now. Hold on to those shovels, not waste them, and just hope. Alright, Shamara, we've got 2 more rounds of this, so as a nice little thing to help cheer you up, have a look in that bag and see what you can find, will you? Oh, nice, lovely. And we can open Ninja. This is Blood Soaked Page from Rajat. I think this is the one who's turning into a fish man. Yeah, I'll have to go back and check which voice I gave him. Let's open this one. You know what? Hakim can look in there. Didn't find anything particularly interesting, Hakim. Perhaps it's your turning from the light of the church that has caused you this. And he's just like, no! Tentacles! Look at my skull! My skull will miss you! Alright, so when there are this many group strikers, it's almost worth dropping the guard completely and going straight for riposte on round 1. Let's try and take him out. Nope. No Paddy McGuinness for this one. I swear every time he struts out in front of the crowd and shouts, "Take me out," I expect a sniper on the balcony to just shoot him right between the eyes. And they never do, it's very frustrating. Terrible show, don't watch it, please. My sister used to watch it and... it's enough to make a man question his sanity, it really is. It's like Blind Date, but without the class. Without the things that made Blind Date good, and that's not saying very much. No likey, no lighty.
Panic.
Fortunately, after this episode, after tonight, I'll probably have to take a bit of a break from recording for a few days, but I've got like 4 or 5 episodes to upload, so that's alright. Just life, you know.
A momentary abatement. Such a terrible assault.
Oh, how lovely.
Left unanswered.
Thank you very much, that's all she ever wanted. Let's get some guarding in then, seeing as she's so badly injured.
A time to perform beyond.
While she is wounded, her blade still stings. She refuses healing though. Nutter. Right, let's try you then. Oh, of course that was coming. There'll probably be another one in a moment. And oh no, you off. Right, that is just. Oh, okay, that's better. It's a short run. She's already on death's door. This is just a nightmare. But it could be worse. Actually, I had a funny little idea. Can we take you in one? Yes, but it would be a bit of a push. Let's try anyway. That's the kind of turnaround we hoped for and needed. And let's just stop you dealing any more damage.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
That is 1 for 2, but he's down to 16. Let's patch that up. And light a torch. So, the bad idea I had. There's been a new community skin come out today, and she is skin number 9 here. No, Estella is skin number 9. I'll show you off the new one. So, this is an interesting one, okay? Let me just get to it. Wait, what? Why is it not? It should be skin number 11. Okay. Well, I'll look at that in between episodes to try and work out what's gone wrong there. But there's a nice community skin that's come out that makes the Hellion look like she's part of the Crimson Court. You know, she went to the Crimson Court and she came back changed. She's got her hair in ringlets and, you know, the kind of pale vampire face and white hair and and blood all around her mouth, and sharp pointy teeth all filed into spikes. And her clothes look very Crimson Court as well. I'll see if I can get that set up by next, because the files are all in place, so it should be working just fine. I don't know what's gone wrong there. Something weird. Oh well. Just another piece of bad luck that refuses to be nice to me today. Turn around, everyone likes a little bit of luck every now and again.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Turn around, stop being nasty to me, that would be nice once in a while. And the fish is rotting and banky, but we'll try to cleanse it and maybe get some treasure out and food as well. Oh, that is nice treasure. You know what? Yeah, I like emeralds. I like the colour, the way they look. They're quite nice. Oh great, I don't have to turn the entire series into a musical, do I? He struck with his mace and stunned the mighty foe. I don't really want to, but if it works, I might have to resort to it. This is a rather large amount of stress. It is an unhealthy amount of stress. But here is you know what? Our wounded old soldier can have a look and see what he can find.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for
73.
in blood.
Okay, a lot of empty rooms, so that's a good sign, because it means less damage coming our way. Another pack. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Oh, there's a trap. Alright, 65, 60... Wait, even while afflicted she has the best chance? Well then, crazy huntswoman from the wild clearly knows her way around traps. She just wants to get back to town and sip on that Ritsina again, doesn't she? I will not give my life for this errand. If the tides turn, you shall find me back at the hamlet. Where next? Well, not the Prince of Denmark, that's for sure. Actually, it's quite funny. Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, is based on Amlothy, an old Danish saga about a prince who's... It's actually very, very similar in many regards, except he actually becomes a hero in the end and survives and doesn't just die from a poisoned wound. It's a nice little story that I came across a while back when I was looking it up. Yeah. Okay. If we... Oh no, it's room battles. I thought it was exploration. And we get a corridor battle as well, just to... Right, tentacle it up. Uh-oh. She is not happy. Oh, she's not. Wait, is she gonna self-mark? No, she's not. Hooray! And the pain rains down. Okay, you are very badly hurt. You need to be less badly hurt. And there's so many group strikes coming our way that riposte seems inevitable. Let's see if the Iron Swan can reach all the way to the back, and he's got a riposte attack. That should be fine. Oh, the agony! Will there be ecstasy as well? I don't know. I mean, she is masochistic after all. There we are. There's some ecstasy in your face, mister. And you cannot be suffered to do this once again. It's alright. She's reasonably healthy. She can take it.
Set the stage for heroism.
Likewise, he is also healthy. Let's just whack him. Give him a mighty biff. And heal again because it just helps stave off Deathstalker. You know what? There we go. Indeed. That probably didn't come out loud enough, but didn't want to deafen the listeners. Oh, how quaint. You're refusing assistance. And he bleeds, of course he does. Well, let's solve this problem with violence.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I believe we can take that money with us if we bandage these wounds and bandage these wounds. There we go. We got the other portrait down there as well, so that's all lovely. Now wait, she can be in 3 or 4. He's slightly better in 3. So yeah, I'm actually going to keep that swap. Because I was thinking he might have his dagger ready, and those are all things she can use in rank 4. So 1 or 2 more fights, and aha, okay. Hakim, drink from the rock pool, or wash yourself in it, and cleanse yourself. There we go, slightly better. Now, that is... okay, let's see what's beyond the door. What's behind the oblong door? Well, we know where that last fight is now. We just don't know if there's any more on the way to it. Okay, let's see. A long, dark hallway stretches before us. The carcasses of great mouldering fish, rancid. On either side, as we pass by them, fishmen leap from the shadows, intent on our end. Oh, this is not a good party formation. Right, you get sliced. Call of the Deep, more like Call of the Derp. Oh, and she just needs to move back. She needs to move back. Now remember, the Hellion cannot move backwards, she can only move forwards. This is something a lot of people miss, generally because they have no reason to want to move her back. Oh, Shamara, what have they done to you? Now you're abusive? Oh, that's not nice.
Sublimity of the intelligence. Or so it has been said.
That was fortunate. Oh, he could have advanced too. Ah, but yeah, I know why I didn't. I think he can retreat too. Well, none have fallen yet. We are nearing the end of our travails. Not travels, but, well, travels as well. Many a hardship have we overcome to get to this part of the complex, but for now, let's guard up because they oh, you are just asking for trouble, sweetheart. So make that trouble come to the foes. Just to pass it out a tiny weensy little bit. Because that would be really, really nice, you know? And if you could not refuse the aid that is about to be given you, that would... Oh, no. No, no. She's... What? Oh, you really are losing it, lady. It's like the warrior priest in Warhammer Online. I must hit you to heal you! Oh! Oh! It's okay. She's got a turn coming up. She can get angry. Grinning snarl. Vigorous! Just what the doctor ordered.
Diversity can foster hope and resilience.
Oh, you... What? Well, in that case, physician, heal thyself. Or at least a cultist. Oh, 2 points, really? And bleed, of course. Angry, angry. And then let's see if we can guard her. Or just heal her up as well. Because Injury is oh no, we can't guard her. He's already guarding. That would have been a horrific mistake. When you are guarding one hero already and you attempt to guard a second, it fails and ends your turn. The same way that when heroes refused an action you used upon them, it would end your turn as well. Yeah, it was dangerous back then. But that got patched out, fortunately, because it just resulted in too many party wipes. Speaking of party wipes, I've got a room battle to get through after this, and it's not going to be easy, I'm afraid. However, our vigorous man-at-arms, my heart roars to serve alongside such stalwarts. Yes. Yes! Mace to the face, fish face! Here we go again. And now there's a second
Teetering
one.
on the brink, facing the
Oh no,
abyss.
don't be like that. Well, she lives and she does not bleed. Let's see if we can make her bleed. Nope. She will not bleed. She is obstinate. You, sir, you could do with some patching up, even if it's a bit rough around the edges, and you live, woman, live! And strike! At last, they tire of her fortitude. Crunch! A sickening crunch of bone as under the mace's impact. The impact of the mace. A thwack of flesh being struck.
Momentary abatement.
There we go. Oh, we got 10 food. We got 10 food. We've got 10 food. It's good. That's good. Bit of a Scottish pun there, but anyway.
But a victory nonetheless.
The Scots say good and food. So why not, you know? Right, so let's munch some food before this final encounter. Will you take some more? You will. How delightful. And you won't. Great. There we go. Let us light the final torch and venture on to face the foes. They stand between us and glorious victory itself. Oh, that is not pretty. Tentacle! Oh yes. And a mace. God favours not the meek, some find courage in burden. Was that, wait, someone find courage and burden me no more? I can't remember. Didn't quite catch that in time. Sometimes they don't stay up long enough. Ka-chop! Alright. We've alleviated the back rank spear threat, so that's good. It's going to be more front rank focused now. Heart attacks are our greatest challenge, and he chose poorly. He did not guard well. So first off, you are very stressed, love, you need to be protected. Secondly, tentacles are great for sorting out this particular problem, as will be the Iron Swan attack, coming soon to a cultist acolyte near you. Don't bother watching the trailer, it'll be naff. Die! That's why she didn't shout Kriya or something. She likes to do that sometimes. How inspiring you are. Uninspiring, sorry. How uninspiring you are. Right. Working on these last two foes now. The threat of bleeds comes from the brawler. He has sharp, vicious blades. Actually, no, they both cause bleeding damage, so it's not too shabby. You know what? She's got massive debuffs from having been on the brink of death. Let's just make her angry to offset it. She is frustrated at the uploads not working properly or something. There we go. Things are working nicely now. Come on, we can turn this round. Nobody die. Nobody die. That would be great. Just nobody die. I should not be having this much difficulty with low-level dungeons, but no, it's early days in the campaign, early weeks. Yeah, the first sort of 15 to 20 weeks are the danger zone, really. To which you are all welcome, of course, if you wish to sing along, but I won't. Will he or won't he get a he will get a turn before we get a chance to just strike him with lightning. So let's just heal instead, because our allies' longevity is important. If you seek blood, then blood you shall have! Oh yes. Okay, there's no way we can deck that with a single attack, so let's get a guard up on her. Because she has a lot of stress, and critical hits cause stress, among other things. Let's heal him a little. Okay, so basically for now, these two are doing all the work, and the support is on keeping him alive. Let us hack at him brutally. Let us heal. That will be redirected to Felgren. And that's the joy of Vigorous. He's recovering on his own already. He's eager, willing, ready to join the fray. Let battle commence. I will continue working our way through this Pelagic Guardian's health. And you know what? Here's a sacrificial dagger just to help you on your way to the grave. Maybe even a thunderbolt. Impressive, but the sacred fire grants superior power. I wonder if that's a superior firepower reference or joke or something. It probably is. Do we get treasure? Do we get treasure? We do. Oh, the quickening satchel for grave robbers only.
So too will resistance.
If only we had a grave robber. Well, what's the second best thing? 20, 15, right? 15? Really? Let's not go just yet. Let's check this unlocked strongbox. Unlocked means we're not going to need a key. Beautiful. Well, we can leave that torch there. We'll light it. And then we shall depart back to the hamlet where hopefully there'll be something nice for us.
At last, wholesome marine life can flourish. If indeed there is such a thing.
Okay. Back to the hamlet. And Estella now suffers from zoophobia. Quick draw is, for all you speed freaks out there, I'm sure it's popular. And hysterical blindness, and she's oh, we're going to need to fix that straight away.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
While this is certainly happening every week that other events do not occur, it might actually be preventing other events from occurring, so that is problematical. She's no longer irrational, removed gambler, he's thirsting for blood. Of course he is. Stagecoach. No Twilight Knight, but there is a witch. Might grab her just to use her. No, I'm going to lay off custom classes completely until the Twilight Knight appears. Then we'll consider getting other custom classes in. I can't upgrade the barracks size just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little break, think about what to do next. No, let's do the important things first. You, my dear, are suffering tragically, and that will need to be fixed. No one else is diseased, so I'll take a little while, think over what to do next. Get recording the next episode soon, but for now, let's hope there's some kind of turnaround, because we have had tragic luck. So I'll say goodbye for now, and see you all next time. Cheerio!